How do you choose your props? Ask Julissa Isabel _13 on YouTube Shorts. That's a great question. I walked into Michael's that day. I don't even remember for what, but as soon as I saw these discounted Halloween items, I got inspired to make a spooky, dark still life. And I had an image in my head of a dark background, a wooden table, or they're on a wooden space. I immediately loved the female figure with the mask, so I started building around that. I saw books, I saw like a skull, a candle, maybe flowers, maybe fruits, definitely like a potion of some sort. So anything that fit that vibe. For the candle, I wasn't expecting to find a spine candle. There was a big one and a little one, and I went with the little one. It just looked so cool. Like I had to paint it, I had to include it. This is what I chose for the potion bottle, and this is what I chose as a skull because I definitely wanted a skull. The snakes really won me over. They looked so cool. So I went ahead and grabbed some paint. Just kidding. I didn't grab this one. This one was like $20 for just one. Instead, I grabbed this set and a couple of the single colors because I already knew the color palette that I wanted to use. However, I didn't know that I would switch over to oil halfway. I realized while I was painting that I'd rather make like a acrylic underpainting and then finish it off with oil. So I just grabbed acrylic paint during this trip. But I already had everything I needed for the oil part of the painting anyway. I did get distracted by the Christmas ornaments because it was October and I thought it was so early, but I honestly should have gotten the passport one and the painting palette one. As you can see, I headed over to Spirit. And I was looking for more props because I liked the things that I chose from Michael's, but I felt like maybe Spirit had something for me to add. So I looked everywhere and honestly everything was too like scary or too silly as you can see. And it didn't fit that in between like aesthetic type of studious, dark still life that I was going for. You see how some things were a little too silly, but they're so cute. I did look around some more and found these really pretty skulls and really pretty books, but I thought that maybe the skulls were a little bit too much, like just one skull is enough. And I was tempted to get one of these books, but I remembered I have books of my own at home that I could just remove the covers and they just look like blank books. And then we walked out of the parking lot and we saw this car and it made my day. It's making me miss Halloween.
I'm dying to see you. Nobody loves me.
Okay, so this part of the vlog is just me browsing through the H-E-B Halloween / Dia de los Muertos aisle because I thought that they would have something for me. Because I know that they have lots of skeletons for different animals. But I didn't end up getting any. I just thought that they're a little silly. They're a little silly. So they wouldn't, match the vibes that I was going for. And then of course I ended up getting distracted by all the cute little stuff that they have. All the cowboy stuff and the Dia de los Muertos stuff. So I just thought I would just include it in here because it's so cute. If you ever visit Texas, definitely just visit an H-E-B just because I don't know, I think it's the best grocery store. I love that they have little things for your pets, for your ofrenda. I have a dog and a cat who have passed away, so I definitely buy things that are, cat and dog ofrenda stuff for them. I almost got this dragon because I was born in the year of the dragon, so I thought it would be like a nice personal touch. But again, it's not the vibe, so I didn't end up getting it. As I'm recording this voiceover, I have the painting completely finished. So seeing this footage of all the things that I almost bought and just imagining how different the painting would have been. Like, I'm glad that I trusted my gut because my vision that I had in my brain, like, it looks just like the final product. So I've never like looked back at all the things that could have been. So this is really interesting to me, all the things that I didn't get, and I'm glad that I didn't. And I didn't end up getting anything else other than the stuff from Michael's. And I added a few of my own personal items. Like, I already had these 2 little pumpkins that I bought, during the fall, like real pumpkins, and I ended up using one. And like I mentioned previously, I got some books and took out the cover to use for my still life. Now all that needed to be done was to arrange it, and I was so indecisive. I kept rearranging it and rearranging it. I even had to stop recording and continue rearranging until I was satisfied. So this is the final arrangement. So this leads us to our next question by J Cozy-ish living on TikTok. By the way, thank you for all your comments that you've been leaving on my videos. I really appreciate it. And they ask, it's been a while since I've been in art class, so can you detail methods, colors, and materials, and basically everything? I love it when the teacher would give us the full rundown. Yeah, of course. My favorite way to start painting is with an underpainting. Because I just paint the whole canvas brown, but it's like watery brown, and I sketch with it instead of pencil. I don't like sketching with pencil, so instead I just do like a rough sketch with like one color. After I'm satisfied with the proportions and everything, then I start with just basic colors. Like, I don't go into full details yet. I just paint like the basic colors, like this is this color, this is that color, this is this dark, this is this light. And once it looks like a blurry like version of the still life, like I'm squinting, then I go in with the details, and I did that with oil with this one in specific. I was at Dollar Tree and I wanted to test out these detail brushes because usually it's like $15 for a brush that has 2 little hairs, and they were not the best. Like, the bristles did fall off and I had to like squeeze them back in, like I make sure that it weren't going anywhere. But I didn't have any detail brushes, so these saved me. So I'm glad that I tried them out. I noticed that the still life would be slightly different each time, and I was wondering, like, maybe I'm sitting different or what's going on. And then I see one of my cats, 2 of my cats actually, on my desk, and I'm like, okay, they've been messing with it, that's why.
Did someone paint over my star?
Spin it around, it's painting. I didn't.
Flip it around, flip it around.
Guys, put your votes.
Should we just turn these around?
I haven't been listening to a lot of music lately, so I've been listening to a lot of like Smosh rethreaded stories. And then one day they went live and they were painting, and I was like, wait, why does it feel like I'm painting with them? So I had to record this little clip because I was like, wait, it feels like I'm painting with them. That's so silly. My finger is bandaged up because I had a biopsy. Everything's fine, but just in case you were wondering why it's all wrapped up. So I was almost done. I was like working on the wood texture of the table, and after that I could have felt it, like I'm almost done. I just need like the finishing touches, and that's it. So I was very excited. So I took a little almost done selfie with it. I don't know how to explain this part, but I would paint with one lamp on it to make sure that it would always have the same amount of shadows. But I knew that this room would get sunny, in the morning and then not so sunny at night, obviously, because I have like big windows. So that definitely affected the way that it looked. Also, the candle would melt and it would slowly like just dim more and more. Instead of like only painting it when it was sunny and the candle was lit or not lit, I would just paint regardless. So I was able to capture these different types of shadows and lighting, and the candle also affected the lighting. I would say the background was painted when the candle was very, very bright. Yet some of the props don't look so illuminated because I also painted them while the candle was dimmer. So I love that I was able to capture all the different times of the day in one painting. Like the entire process of me painting was captured. Like it's not necessarily a screenshot of the still life, but documentation of start to finish, different lightings. The sun was up sometimes, the sun was down sometimes, the candle was lit sometimes, the candle was not lit sometimes. And it's something that you notice once you look at it for a while. This is one of those paintings that I could keep working on forever and ever, but I had to stop because there's things I need to start on immediately. So this is the final product. I'm really happy with it. I love it so much, and I was not expecting it to look different in direct sunlight versus indirect sunlight, but either way I think it looks so good. I think it looks good in indoor or outdoor lighting, it doesn't matter, and I can't wait to display this somewhere, honestly. I realized that I didn't record myself painting the little ladybug at the bottom. The little ladybug has a little story. When I was shopping with my sister for these props, this little ladybug landed on her cheek, and we took it as a sign of like good luck and as a sign that I should be painting this. So I thought it would be appropriate to include her in this painting because she was there since the beginning. And I love ladybugs, especially like this started when I was a kid. I would love them and I would wear like ladybug everything. So when we saw this ladybug, I was like, I don't know, it's like my younger self is telling me to go for it, because I did feel a little bit guilty, like to paint whatever I want. There is always this guilt or this hesitation to do it. So when I saw this little ladybug, it was like, why am I hesitating? I should go for it. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I really hope you enjoyed my in-depth explanation and extra details about my painting. If you have any further questions, you can leave them here in the comments or on my TikTok and Instagram. I love replying to comments, especially if they're about my art or about me. So again, thank you so much for watching.
Ay, corazón. Hi, sweetie.